We'll have more on the breaking news just ahead on the California wildfires. But first, the final report on the federal election subversion case against President-elect Donald Trump could be made public within hours. Judge Eileen Cannon just gave the green light for the release of the report by the now former special counsel Jack Smith. Let's bring in CNN senior legal analyst Elie Honig. Elie, thanks for joining us. Do Trump and the other defendants in this case have the ability to delay the release and potentially run out the clock until Trump is president 1 week from today?
Well, first of all, Donald Trump and his co-defendants have zero legal basis to block this report from coming out. They've spent the better part of the past week trying it, and they've failed at every turn. The law says the special counsel has to produce this report, and then the AG, the Justice Department, has the decision whether to turn it over. The Justice Department has said they intend to do just that. And the ruling that we got earlier today from Judge Cannon in Florida, who's generally been very favorable to Donald Trump, said he has no basis to block this, especially because he's no longer a criminal defendant. He's been dismissed from these cases, so he doesn't have the constitutional concerns about tainting the jury pool. So the arguments we've been saying, Wolf, are really Hail Marys. We'll see if they try again between now and midnight, but legally they've got nothing.
So when do you think we will actually see this election subversion part of the report, and should we expect to learn anything new?
So there is an injunction in place, meaning a pause, that technically expires tomorrow, meaning technically at 12:01 tonight, which will become tomorrow, Tuesday, DOJ, as of the current status quo, has the power to make this public. Now, what we're watching for in the next 5 and change hours is, will Donald Trump's team take that last Hail Mary? Will they ask the Court of Appeals to block this? Will they ask the U.S. Supreme Court to block this? I don't think there's enough legal basis that any court of appeals, including the Supreme Court, is going to step in and delay this at all. And if they do, it will be very, very brief. So I do think we'll see this soon. I do not think Donald Trump's team is going to be able to run out the clock until he's president next week.
On another legal issue, the special counsel who's been investigating Hunter Biden is blasting President Biden and has just released final report calling the president, I'm quoting now, gratuitous and wrong for calling his investigation into Hunter Biden unfair and tainted by politics. What do you make of that?
Yeah, it's an unusual move for any special counsel, and we've now seen a handful of special counsel reports over recent history to go out of his way to criticize the president or any sort of third party or non-party. What David Weiss is talking about here, though, is the statement that Joe Biden made when he pardoned Hunter Biden. And indeed, that statement was filled with inaccuracies and unfounded allegations about this case being political. And a judge on one of the cases actually went out of her way to excoriate Joe Biden and to say what he has written in his statement is completely incorrect and completely unfair to the Justice Department. So this is David Weiss standing up for his team and the Justice Department. It's unusual to see it said so explicitly, but that's what he chose to put in the report.
All right, Elie Honig, thanks very much for the excellent legal analysis. Up on Capitol.